Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. My last couple of 3D project videos have been kind of complicated. So we had this Easter explosion box with the basket inside and all those decorated panels, and then had this stunning shadow box with this Product of the Month Designer Series paper. So you can, if you've missed these, please feel free to go back and check them out. But both of those videos were kind of long and kind of complicated, so I have pared it right back with a simple little gift bag for you today. So hopefully this one will be quick and easy. The Designer Series paper I've used for this is called Lovely Blossoms, and as you would imagine, there are lovely blossoms. But you also get some pieces that you can chop up. And I have fussy cut round that to put on the front of this bag, and I have purposefully not put a sentiment on it so that I've got a bag for all seasons, and I just love that ribbon. And the fact that it all curls up and distracts from my not particularly wonderful fussy cutting is a bonus. So I'm going to make another one today, but I'm going to change the decoration as well as the paper, and I'm not going to make you watch me fussy cut ever. So I'm starting off with half a sheet of that Designer Series paper. So this is 6 inches by 12 inches. Just one cut is all we need to get the right size. Okay, so then I'm going to bring in my Simply Scored tool. And we do need to do a little bit of scoring on this. If I find my tool, there it is. Okay, so on this short side, the 6-inch side, I'm just going to score that at 2 inches. Okay, and then I'm going to score on the long side at 1 inch. Just make sure you can see that. So that was 1 inch, 2 inches, then 5.5 inches, 6.5, 7.5, and 11. All right, easy. And then we'll just burnish all of those score lines. So just make sure that we're lined up at the ends before we give that a little press with my bone folder that was running away from me here. I had to chase it across my desk. Right, now we have two pieces. We've got an inch, and then 3.5 inch, an inch, 3.5 inch, and then an inch at the end there. Okay. That will fold in, as will that. Okay. But if you want to fold them all the one way and then fold that one back, that's absolutely fine too. It'll all work out of the wash. All right, so a little bit of cutting. Now, as I say, we've got two 1-inch panels there. We're going to treat that as one. So we're ignoring the first score line and we're cutting up the second score line there. Okay, so we've got that score line, but we're kind of ignoring it. Then we'll cut up the next one. So we'll cut up both sides of that 3.5-inch panel. We're going to miss the next score line and cut up the one after that. And we will cut up that one. Okay, and I'm going to take this piece out completely with a little extra notch into that panel there, and I'll take a little notch out there too. Okay, those two that don't have score lines in the middle of them, tuck them out of the way, and then we'll just take a little wedge off either side of these ones. So we're, even although that's got a score line, we're treating that as if it is one piece, because that score line is just to help get the bag gusset to kind of fold in like that. You could be fancy, you could put little score lines in there and then it would be even neater, but that is too short for that. Okay, this is supposed to be a quick and easy one. So I'm going to put glue on that 1-inch panel there. Now normally I would just have a 1/2 inch panel, but that would have meant cutting down my 12-inch to 11.5 inch, and I was trying to do minimal cutting. Okay, so we've got our glue, just spread that around a bit on that panel there. We're lined up at the top, fold that over again, lining up at the top, and that should give us a nice clean edge there. Fold it over the other way and press that down again just to make sure. Okay, so our join is at the side, so it doesn't matter what's the front and what's the back. Just fold one of the panels over, pop a little bit of glue on there just to hold it in place really. A little bit of glue on that one. They do overlap. You could trim that if you wanted less bulk, but again, quick and easy project, Heather. Let's just stick with it. Okay, I'm going to put that right to the edge actually, and then fold that over there. So you have a nice, neat base in the bottom of your bag. You cannot see those pieces that overlap. Okay, and just having that score line in the middle there helps that to come together a little bit easier. I'm going to pop a couple of little clips on here, and I am using a crocodile because I'm going through 4 levels of paper here, 4 layers of paper rather, not levels, and I'm using the larger punch. I have that little stopper set where I want it, and then I can just line up that little black edge there, press it, then flip that over, do the same again, line that piece up, that black piece up at the edge, and then that way I know my holes are nicely aligned in from the side and down from the top. Okay, this is the back, this is the front, with that nice neat fold over there. So we need some decoration, and this time I thought I would use Addressed to You, and I'm going to make this a little birthday bag. So this should be big enough. This piece here, I've got 2 there, or is it that? Yes, I've got more than 1 for sure. Right, so I'll bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat and Secret Sea. I have used Secret Sea so much. I mean, I'm working on swaps for Stampin' Up on Stage, and I'm stamping with Secret Sea on that, and I just love it, love it, love it, love it. Right, so I'm going to stamp as close to the edge as I can. I need to trim this down once I've finished. There we go. Not so great there, a little bit of a spludge, but hey ho. And my flowery piece, where are you? I just already looked out, didn't I? And this fits in that gap. So if you line up the V of those two leaves with the ends of those lines. A little easier when you don't have a camera in your way. Isn't that just gorgeous? So pretty. Then I've got a happy and birthday. So all of these stamps are from Addressed to You. Then I've got light stamping blends, Old Olive and Petal Pink. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of colour in. Nothing fancy, just so that it coordinates. And end. There are little dots there, and I'm just adding a little bit of Old Olive to that as well. All right, that needs trimmed to fit, and by the magic of television, here's one I prepared earlier. And I've gone a little bit darker on the petal pink on that one, but isn't that just so pretty? So that fits neatly in there, and I'm just going to glue it on. Oh yeah, clearly my first one I didn't quite line up properly, but that was the first time I'd ever used the stamp. Just didn't get it quite right. Had a second go on the other side, because card always has two sides. Right, and again, this might have been easier to do when it was flat, but what's easy got to do with it? There we go. Just so pretty. And I could use the Old Olive, because I've used Old Olive in there, but this time I thought I would change it up and use Secrecy ribbon in there. So again, press that together, pop your ribbon through, give yourself plenty to play with, and pop it through from back to the front. Got my ribbon nice and flat on the back, and then just tie, she says, untangle that a little bit, tie myself a little bow. Don't have enough fingers? Use a clip. So I haven't bought this whole suite, but I absolutely loved the colour scheme of the papers, so I went with that. And you can just play around like so. Tighten that back up. I would of course put a little gift in as well. I'm not that mean, just to give a gift bag. And I'll leave my tails quite long, so that if, when I put my little gift in and retie it, I've not got it, it's not perfectly centre, I can trim the tails again. Okay, so just a little bling. On this one I used Pearls of Beauty. I went with the crumb cake on that. So for this one, I'm going to use the In Colour Flat Petals and go with the Secret Sea, and I'll just pop them. Where am I going to go with that one? Shall I just put them all three in there? Why not? And balance that up at that corner. Yay! And there we go. much quicker and easier than my last couple of 3D projects, but hopefully you like that as well. And in here you can see I've got a little bit of a gap in there. I can use my trusty toothpick to add a little bit more glue in there and just neaten that up as well. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you like this gorgeous paper as much as I do. If you're new to my channel, please click on that subscribe button, click the bell and get notification the next time I upload a tutorial. Until then, please do take care. Bye bye.